Mic check 1 2. It is hilarious, the conversation and the discourse that's been happening on my channel with regards to uh, what some people determine a grail, what some people determine filler, what some people determine, you know, fluff or shovelware. I think the whole thing is just makes for a really good conversation. So first off, I want to say shout out to anyone who's commented on any of those videos that I've put out over the past couple of days. I think everyone's perspective and voice, as long as it was respectful and non-accusatory, I think everyone has their own perspective, and I think it's just made for a really good conversation. I've gotten both ends of the spectrum on this topic. Some people say that, listen, buy the games you want to play the games that you buy, and who cares what status people put on their video games. And I agree with that. In fact, I think that you should only buy the games that you want to play, and that's all you should really care about. If there's a game that's worth $10,000 that's absolutely boring and is not something you would want to play, then it shouldn't even be on your radar, and it really shouldn't matter to you what the price of that game is, because you're only interested in the things that you like. On the flip side of that coin, I did have someone legitimately try to define like a grail, shovelware, filler. Like, someone actually, one of the commenters under there actually defined it, which I think is really interesting. I can't remember their name right now because I'm making this video on the fly, but maybe this weekend when I drop a more edited video, I'll kind of give some shout outs on some of the comments. It's been a while since I've responded to comments on the channel, so I think I may do that. But as for me today, I do have some common games. I'm not gonna call them filler because I know how sensitive folks are about that word. But I do have some common games that I was able to get my hands on today. And these are all really good games. And they're all about $5 a piece. So if you're a fan of cheap and fun games, definitely check these out. The first one is Sleeping Dogs. Got this one at, picked this one up at GameStop actually. This is complete. And I had seen this game once. I had seen this game one other time, I think on the Xbox 360. But the one that I saw at the GameStop that I saw it at, it was just destroyed. Like, it was just beyond repair. It wasn't something that I could bring home. But this copy was decent. I actually had to swap it out with, I did a case swap on it. But it is a pretty decent looking game. Like I said, it comes with the manual, and I picked this one up because this is a 3D beat 'em up style game. So this is a game that kind of reminds me of games like Lost Judgment, or what is it? Is it Lost Judgment, I think it's called, or like the Yakuza style games. So when I looked up some gameplay footage, I was like, this is definitely right up my alley. I love a good open world style beat 'em up game. I think that's what this is. I briefly saw some video footage. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments, but this is one that I went ahead and picked up. So I was glad to add this one to the collection. Another one that I'm super happy to have back in the collection is Too Human. I had this game a while ago, and I wound up selling it like in a bundle when I did a bulk sale of 360 games. This was when I wasn't really taking 360 too seriously, a while ago. And this game is, the funny story with this game, this is actually supposed to be a 3-part game. But I think there was an issue with the rights to the game or something like that. There was a big lawsuit over this game. And I think Microsoft actually wound up having to sell it for like free, or like give it away for free. I don't think you have to pay for the download version. I could be wrong here. Someone let me know down in the comments, but I know there was a big lawsuit. There's a big issue over this game. And I think that's why it ends on somewhat of a cliffhanger. But this was definitely one I wanted to get back into the collection, and I'm glad I found it in good condition. You know, there's a lot of copies of this floating around because it is a common game. You'll see this everywhere, but finding a good, clean copy is tough, at least to me. So I was glad to add this one back. And then The last one that I have here is, where is it at? It's not Sacred 2. I've had that. Oh, here we go. The last one that we have here is Kameo, Elements of Power. So this is a pretty cool action adventure game as well. This is like one of the first games I think Rare produced on the Xbox 360 after they were bought by Microsoft. So a fun game. If you're into Rare games, if you're into Donkey Kong and, you know, geez, somebody let me know down in the comments, like what do you guys think are the best games made by Rare? I know Rare also did Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube. So let me know down in the comments what is some of your most fun Rare games. But yeah, this is a Rare game on the 360, another cheap one. So really good stuff. So for those of you who are thinking that, you know, expensive games are the best games, not really. You can have some really good stuff in your collection. $15 gets you 3 quality titles. So definitely be on the lookout for that. 15 bucks there. In other news, so I went to a GameStop today and they had this copy of X-Men Origins Wolverine. I was totally stoked to find this because even though GameStop sells this game for like 50 bucks, basically, it's like 47 bucks. Even though they sell it at that price, this game right now is going for like $189. It's like stupid how expensive this game is. So I was pretty stoked to pick this up, picked it up, but then guess what? I got home and the actual disc was cracked. It was like badly cracked, like destroyed. And someone had taken like it almost looked like someone took a knife and like scratched their name into the disc, which was like an abomination, man. Like, why would you do that? Nevertheless, though, they did allow me to keep the case and manual. So got a free case and manual for X-Men Origins Wolverine. I mean, I'm sure I could probably list this online for 50 bucks and it would sell just because of how expensive the game is. So for someone who has like only the disc and needs a case and manual, they'd probably buy this. But because this is free, I'm going to hang on to it and hope that if I run into another copy of X-Men Origins Wolverine Uncaged, if I run into a disc-only copy, hopefully I can complete this. So I will keep this disc-only copy, this case and manual in my collection. And I actually have a few examples of this. There's a few games that I have in, a few case and manuals only that I have in my collection. Like for instance, I have this, where's it at? So I have this case and manual for Smash Bros. Melee. So I've had this for some time. I forgot why or how I got this case and manual. No disc. So this is one that I have to complete as well. Just waiting until I run into a decent enough price, a disc-only copy of Smash Bros. That I can complete this. It'll be the same thing with Wolverine. I also have a copy of Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3 case and manual that I need to complete as well. So I got a few of these that I'm going to be trying to complete. But yeah, all in all, not a bad day. 15 bucks for some pretty decent stuff. And again, didn't need to break the bank to get some good stuff. So let me know down in the comments what you think of some of these cheapo games. And I think it's interesting, like I'm starting to see where GameStop's cases and manuals are going. Because one of the employees just outright told me today that she just takes the case and manual to complete any of her cartridge only games that she has. She's only a Nintendo collector, but she'll take the case and manuals all day. So if you're ever wondering why certain games are disc only, there goes your answer. The employees are taking all the cases. But hey, there has to be some fringe benefits to working at GameStop, because outside of that, I don't know if there's much good that comes from working there based on some of the videos I've seen from some of their former employees. But that's neither here nor there. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about some of the comments that have come across on the filler and shovelware videos that I've put out over the past couple days. Let me know which points of view you agree with or disagree with, and I'll catch you in the next video. It's the Y2K Collector. Take it easy.